If you're considering to buy a new home or perhaps your first home, there are some tips you need to know about shopping in a hot market. I spoke to Angie Phillips from Mountain America Credit Union to learn more. Angie, always great to see you. You know, a lot of people looking for their first home or maybe a new home. Help us understand what they can do to prepare.
Sure. The first thing you want to do if you're in the market for a new home is, of course, to get pre-qualified for a loan. This accomplishes a few things. First of all, you can see what your credit score is at, and maybe if there's some cleanup or some errors that need to be scrubbed off of there, that's good to know. That can affect your rate, of course. And then also this helps you understand not only how much loan you can get approved for, but also how much you can really afford, because there's so much more to home ownership than just the mortgage payment. You know, there's expenses like insurance, there's maintenance, there's HOAs for a lot of us. So you want to make sure that you aren't overbuying on the house and really finding something that fits into your budget.
And Angie, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, there are so many areas that are experiencing, housing shortage and increasing home prices. So tell me more about that.
Sure. In this market right now, you really have to be prepared to offer more than the asking price. And with that, you've got to be prepared to have a lot of costs coming out of pocket. They aren't necessarily going to be tied into the loan, closing costs included. And then also just look and do a lot of research. Look at the neighborhood you're interested in moving into. Look at the kind of house that you want. You've got to be prepared to make some compromises, whether that's square footage or your lot size, etc. You're probably not going to get everything that you want right now.
Yeah, just make sure you narrow in on what your must-have items on that checklist, and the ones towards the bottom just might have to peel off, right? Okay, and then also too, what if they really can't find the right home for them? What if they just really aren't checking those important boxes?
You know, if it's not out there or you can't afford the house that you want right now, you might want to look at improving the value of your current home. Maybe it's time to remodel that kitchen or, do some landscaping in the backyard, or even a lot of people are choosing to add on to their current home instead of moving. And those options might be a little bit more affordable, and at least they can make the home that you're in right now more livable for you.
Excellent. And then speaking of home improvement, I understand Mountain America Credit Union is also involved in Paint the Town.
Right. Yes. So we want to encourage everybody to gather your friends and neighbors and put together a Paint the Town team. You can help your neighbors who are low income, elderly, disabled, or veterans get a fresh coat of paint on their house. And that just, not only helps improve home values overall, but it also helps them renew their sense of pride of home ownership, which we think is amazing.
Absolutely. We all deserve to have that pride. And Angie, if people are interested, where do they go for more information?
For more information about Paint the Town, go to nwboise.org, or at Mountain America, we've got some nice home loan specials going on. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go to macu.com/buy.
Wonderful. Always great to see you, Angie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.